If you do not understand this about women, you're f***ed. Look, whether you like it or not, women in dating are an integral part of our life. And for me, for most of my life, that was a deep source of pain and frustration. I didn't understand women. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was a victim of Hollywood movies that romanticized it and made it seem like this fairy tale. And that is why understanding what I'm going to talk about in this video is absolutely critical. Number 1, lust or pity. Look, the fact is that women will show attention to men that they lust and they desire, or men that they pity and they feel bad for. And what that means is if you're a guy who you find it, easy to talk to women, you can have conversations with them, but you never actually hook up with them or date them, that might be a sign that you're in the pity zone. They see you as a non-threat, basically. So you're a guy that they can talk to and feel very comfortable around, but they know that you're never gonna make the move or try and do anything. Now, for most of my life, I was in neither of these categories, right? I felt kind of invisible to women. At least they didn't pity me and put me in the friend zone, but they didn't even speak to me. And that's because societal expectations always have been that it's the man's role to initiate things and then also to lead them forward. And what I've learned is the sooner that you can polarize a woman, the better. And what I mean by that is the sooner that I can express my intent and show my interest in a woman, the sooner I'm making her make the choice that, look, this is either gonna be lust or it's gonna be nothing. There's no chance it can go to the pity zone. That's why when you first meet a girl or you have your eyes on a girl that seems interesting to you, it is crucial that you immediately go talk to her and ask her, hey, you seem like a cool girl. Do you want to hang out sometime? We're either going to explore this as a romantic thing or nothing. There's no alternative. Number 2, bridges and skyscrapers. I don't remember where, but I once heard someone say that every bridge, skyscraper, invention, book, movie was created by a man who was trying to get women's attention. And while I'm sure there are exceptions to this rule, it's also low-key true. Like, it's simple biology. The two genders were created or evolved in a way that it's the yin and the yang. We fit together literally like a puzzle. It is down to our hormone levels going through puberty that we immediately start to crave affection, attention, touch from the opposite sex. And the harsh reality here is until you develop the ability to be able to meet and date the types of women you're interested in, it is going to eat away at you and make you feel like a bitch. I can sit here and tell you, hey man, don't worry about it. Eventually the right girl is gonna come into your life. Just be yourself, just focus on yourself, king, build up your life. But that's not how the world works. Before I had this ability, I was deeply unhappy with this part of my life, no matter how I tried to disguise it or ignore it or hide from it. No amount of going to the gym or playing video games or working on a side hustle can cover up this deep human need. And it's no coincidence that as soon as I overcame this insecurity, it was like the gateway drug to my self-improvement journey. I got over the fear of failure. I proved to myself I could have women in my life. And then all of a sudden I started moving on to YouTube, to business A, to business B, to business C. The point is, if you're not happy with your dating life, you need to own that and make it a priority to change that. Number 3 is the best option. Another irrefutable truth I've learned about women is that the man who gets the woman will not necessarily be the man that she wants or she desires the most. It will be the best option that pursues her. And just to be clear, the definition of pursuit is not like you're talking to her or texting her or Snapchatting her. No, the definition of pursuit is you're actually trying to make things happen. Do you want to hang out sometime?
Okay, cool.
Does Wednesday or Thursday night work for you? All right, let's meet at this bar at this time. I can remember back in college seeing these ugly, broke, sweaty, body odor dudes getting laid every single weekend. And it's not because they were high value men. It's not because all the women around the campus were fantasizing about them. It's because when people were out and about, they went up, they talked to the girl, they asked the girl to go back to their place, and the girl didn't have a better option. We all know too many tall, handsome guys who still behave like simps, and guess what? Those good looks, those natural looks, they don't do anything for them. If they actually took an active role in their dating life, those things would be massive benefits. But if not, it doesn't even matter. You can be the hottest, wealthiest man in the world, but if you talk to women in a passive way and you don't take an active role in the dating process, you're screwed. Yo, what the hell, man? What do we got here? Oh, yo, low key, this right here might be the harshest truth of them all. Because if your skincare is not on point, you got that acne or that oily skin or that red skin, you're never going to feel confident enough to take an active role in your dating life. But luckily for you, today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. In case you're not aware, Tiege Hanley is an uncomplicated skincare system for men. If you sign up, you're gonna get a box just like this that contains a variety of different creams and lotions that have been formulated specifically to work together to give you clear, healthy skin. Personally, I'd recommend you get started with their level 1 system that contains a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with sun protection, that's key for summertime, as well as a PM moisturizer to use before bedtime. And to make it dead simple for guys like us, it also comes with this instruction card that tells you exactly how much, when, and in what order to use each product. If I'm being honest, my skincare is not something I always took seriously, but now that I have a quality skincare routine, I wish I started a long time ago. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring the video, you know they're hooking us up with an amazing deal. If you click that first link in description, you're gonna get 30% off your first box of Tiege Hanley, plus they're gonna throw in a free gift. Do not miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. All right, number 4 is never platonic. Look, we know there's this deep biological polarity between the genders, and because of that, there's no such thing as a completely platonic relationship. Show me any platonic relationship between a guy and a girl who say they're just friends, and I will show you a man who has sacrificed his true intentions and accepted a friendship because he's afraid if he tried to actually pursue this girl, she'd leave and he'd have nothing. He's simply afraid of rejection and failure, and because of that, he's holding on to this false friendship. People will debate me on this. There will be comments that disagree with me. Usually it's women, and usually once you dig deeper with one of these women, they will admit that any guy that was their friend probably 6 months in tried to sleep with her or expressed his love to her. Look, my mindset is I don't want any female friends. I want brothers. I want male friends who we are working together to overcome obstacles, to slay dragons and take our life to the next level. Like, what is the value for me in a female friendship? That's an actual question. Leave a comment if you have some argument to that. And it's not to say I don't have any female acquaintances. Sure, when I go to the gym every day, there's people I see repeatedly who I say what's up to. Those aren't friends who I'm trying to hang out with one-on-one and build a deep friendship with. No, if I'm gonna hang out with a girl, it's because I'm asking her in a romantic, sexual way to hang out, and we're going to explore where this goes. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. No hard feelings, but it's not going to evolve into this weird, awkward friendship. Number 5 is female pursuit. So while it is true that it's a man's job to take the active role, to speak in an active voice, to lead things forward with a female, there are still going to be exceptions and times when a woman will actually chase a man. But this is not how you'd expect it to look. It's not like in a porn where the girl comes over to your house and is offering different ways to pay you or some weird shit like that. No, the way that I've seen this happen in my life and with my friends is the man still makes the first move. And on top of that, it is a higher level man who's making this move. What does that mean? Well, it means that he's on a mission. He's grinding up his money. He's crafted his physical body in the gym. He's deliberately chose a haircut that matches his face shape and a facial hairstyle that complements his looks. He's developed his style as well. He's built up his confidence through years of rejection, through trial and error, success and failure. And those things are important because if it's a different guy that's pursuing a girl, it's not that it won't work, but it's not something special for that girl. When you can develop yourself as a complete package, well, now you are in the minority and women by default will want to pursue you. You will fall into that lust category. These are those 20% of men that 80% of women want. And even in these cases, the man still is required to make the first move, to express his interest, to show intent, to ask the girl if she wants to hang out sometime. But when women play games with this type of guy, he knows that he can step back, cut communication, and now the woman will chase the man. This is when the girl texts you and says, sorry, I can't make it work this week. Something came up. Yeah, possibly those plans will work. I'm not sure. And then the man, rather than being reactive and saying something like,
no worries, I get it. Maybe we can make it work next week then, ?
He simply puts his phone down, puts it away, continues on with his life. I've seen it happen in my own life. I've seen it happen with countless friends. Like clockwork, that woman will reply in 24 to 48 hours, trying to set up the next hangout. And number 6, the female attitude. So any man with a lot of dating experience understands that female nature, or at least part of female nature, is always wanting to test the man, to try and get under his skin, to try and annoy him a little bit and see how he reacts. You can call this a shit test. You can say she's playing games and that it's stupid and immature, and because of that, I don't even want to be around women or pursue women in my life. But this has been the male-female dynamic since the beginning of time. Women will always test their men. You guys know what I'm talking about. Your woman, better than anyone else in the whole world, knows how to identify your weaknesses and test your insecurities. And when this happened, I used to fold. I used to consider giving up my dating life.
Like, man, like, she's really just gonna put this anxiety and this stress on me right now. This is stupid.
This is why guys go MGTOW and swear off women for the rest of their life. What I've learned is the obstacle is the way. My woman has identified some weakness in my life, and I need to take ownership of that thing. I need to take a deep breath, take ownership, stay calm. Of course, draw the line when needed. If there's some disrespect, it needs to be said that, hey, seems like you're saying this, but the way that you said that absolutely cannot happen again. So for example, when I'm filming YouTube videos out in public, I tend to get bothered by small annoyances like a truck coming by or someone talking in earshot. And if Julia's out filming with me and this is happening and I'm getting pissed off, she's going to also get under my skin and be like,
What, you can't handle a little distraction here? What's going on? Come on.
And in those moments, I need to take a breath and not get mad at her and be like,
Well, this guy with the garbage truck's already doing this. Now I gotta deal with your whining ass?
instead I have to go, you're right. It's a small annoyance. It's something we can work past. Let's stay focused. Look, I know that lately there's a lot of confusion and it can seem like I don't know what's the right path with women. People used to always want a high body count. Recently, people are kind of reacting against that and saying promiscuity is bad and I just want to wait around for my wife and not date anyone else. At the end of the day, you get to choose the path you take, but it must be a path that's chosen from having options and having the ability to go one way or the other, not choosing a path because you're so insecure and you don't think anything else could work for you. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch this one next. It is about 5 daily habits of weak, submissive men. And if you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe because I release 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss it. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.